So today I'm going to show you just a quick file setup and then how to edit a file. We're going to do just a graduation file. So I'm going to start with a 4-inch ring. That'll be my backer. Let me make this guy bigger. I'm doing this in Illustrator. Whatever you choose for a program, Affinity Designer, anything like that, it'll all be done in a similar way. Ornament hole. I'm going to do I'm just creating the 2 circles to make an ornament hole. I'll align them vertically and horizontally. And now I'm going to make these a compound path. Difference here, this is a single path, this is a single path. A compound path is when you have multiple lines and they're treated as one. The program will treat them as one path. So right now, if I can go here and make them a compound path, but if I did Pathfinder Unite, and this would create a compound shape, but right now there's no overlapping paths. So if I do Pathfinder Unite, this is actually just going to eat this middle hole because there's nothing overlapping it. So this is the outermost single shape that it's looking at. So I have to make it a compound path. Then I'll create a ring. I want this to be 625. Again, I'm just centering it. And same thing here. If I did this, it's just going to eat that ring. I need to make it a compound path. By doing that, now I can actually take these 2 shapes, and I'm always centering. I'm always using my alignment tools and I'm centering them. I like to have my rings where they're pretty much touching. So now if I do Pathfinder Unite, it's got these overlapping. Now this isn't extending past. It's just the rings are overlapping into each other. So when I do that, it's going to make a single shape. However, if I had it like this, it's going to extend the shape down and then cut this in half here. Because it's taking your overlapping shapes to make a shape. So that's created a compound path. And again, so even though we see 3 different full lines, the computer is going to treat this as a single path. And that is what a compound path is. We're just going to do a pretty basic one. I'm going to do an ornament. So I've, or a graduation ornament. So I've done a jersey font and I've made the year. Let's make it ridiculously large. Again, centering it. Look how far over this 4 is. Change it to that. Now, let's say I wanted some text across it to say, class of, and I want a spot down here that I can put some personalization on. Personalization, I'm just going to use my pen tool, and I'm going to hold the shift key. That gives me a perfectly straight line. And then I'm going to fill in a path here. Okay, that gives me a shape there. Now when I do this, it's changed over. Now it's going to grab the color of whatever your top layer is. So for example, if I took this and arranged it so this was sitting, if this was sitting at the front, it'll change that to red now. Okay, so let's see, text. Shrink it down so it can see it. We want it to say class of. And I want to use glyphs because I'm going to use the swoopy glyphs. Yeah, I'm going to use the swoopy glyphs here. So glyphs are something that come with your text. And then you just select them for whatever letter it is you're trying to change. So this one has other, it has a bunch of different little glyphs. Create those outlines. No, you know what? I have overlapping text. So I want to make sure I'm doing the unite to make it one solid shape. And I'm going to bring this in closer because I'm going to do an offset for this to attach to. So object, well, first I suppose let's take it down here. So object path, offset path. And what I'm looking for in the offset is I obviously want something that I can bind to the ring and bind to the numbers to hold them to the ring, and something for this class of to glue onto. So it's all overlapping, and I do have an overlap right here. It usually defaults to miter. I want it round, and I'll keep that offset. Pathfinder Unite, that'll join all of the offset parts together. I'm also going to change the color of my offset right away. I just want it to be different than the color of, the engrave. I'm going to duplicate this layer because that's going to be the cutout that sits on top. And then I'm going to come into here because this is I just need the backing now. So I can get rid of the text part. I'm also going to use my direct select tool and get rid of all the other little random cutouts. You could leave these. You don't have to get rid of these. I'm just going to. All right. So this is a compound path. These are a compound path. This is a compound path. So these can all join together without losing stuff. I'm just going to center and make sure everything's centered one more time. And then hit it. Okay. So there's the back part of the ornament. Here's the front part. Red will cut, black will engrave. I don't know if I hate that or love it. It's fine. This is fine. This is an example anyway. and that's how it'll sit. So at this point, I would put my text down here of whatever the name is, and I'd say run it. But let's say we want to change it, okay, because I've made or I've bought this file now, and it's class of 2025. Well, how do I change it? How do I update it? Well, you're going to take your top layer, okay? And you're basically just going to redo this portion of it. So I go in to where the text joins. And there's other ways to do this. You don't have to do it this way. But, oops, don't delete everything. This is just how I do it. Okay. And back over here. All right. And make sure you don't have any stragglers. Zooming in. You can use either the node tool, select your ends and join them, and then use your pen tool and kind of straighten out that ring. Or you can just use your pen tool and join those two. By joining them, it keeps it a compound path. You don't have to like redo it. Whereas if I just took and drew a line, then I'd just have a line, but I have a break in my lines. And then I'd have an open path. Okay, so I've just deleted that. I'm going to go here and do 25. I'm going to change it to a Jersey font. Create my outlines. Okay. Change that to score. Same thing again. I'm just grabbing this and duplicating it. All right, direct select tool. Again, you don't have to delete these because they're cutouts on the front too. I'm just deleting them. Okay. And then we grab all of it, Pathfinder Unite. Yeah, Pathfinder Unite. All right, and then this will sit on it here. Now, remember to change your colors and stuff too, because cuts are red, black's engraved. But that's how I would edit it.